What's going on, guys? Marcus Crockett back with another video. So listen, this video, I really didn't even plan on making a video today. I was coming into the office, and while I was on my drive here, I just got to thinking about a whole lot of different things. And one of the main things that I was thinking about is like the consistencies between people when they start their businesses, and what are the driving factors? Like, what are the motivators? So I've been in business for 8 years, right? A little over 8 years. And I've had so many consultations. I've had so many coaching. I've given them and I've received them, right? I get coaching and consultations and business coaching and those things too, right? Because I don't know everything. There's other levels that I haven't reached yet that I'm trying to get to, right? One of the biggest things that I've found is one of the biggest things that's a motivating factor for a lot of people is fear, right? And fear can and I'll use myself, right? So fear can really do one of two things. It can either stop you from doing something or it can motivate you to do something. So in my case, fear motivated me to do something. So here's what I'm talking about. You know, we all have had we've all had a job, or we've been in a career where we know that we're smarter than the manager, sometimes even the owner, right? Or at least if we're not smarter, we'll have a really good idea to help the process flow. You know, I was in situations where not only was my thoughts really not being heard, but even if they were heard, they weren't going to be implemented. So it was just like, you know what? Do I want to be here for another 20, 25, 30 years doing those types of jobs or doing that specific job and not really be able to make change, being stuck? And after thinking about that and then thinking about, you know, I'm going to work all year long just for my review date to come around to get like a, 50-cent raise, 75 cents raise. The thought of that, the thought of what my future would have been if I would have stayed on that path was enough to motivate me to get up out of there, right? That was enough fear. And I knew that that fear was greater than the fear of me trying, starting my business and failing, right? The fear of staying in that job was greater than the fear of me failing in business. So I'm like, worst case scenario, I'll start my business and I'll see how it goes. If it's not working out right, then I can always go get another job, right? No big deal. So fear pushed me out of my job and it started me in my business. Now, once I got into business, it I was rolling a little bit, and it was like, okay, my biggest fear in business now is failing and then having to go back to work, right? Not being able to, show my kids the things that I wanted to show them, and still certain values in them that I wanted to have instilled in them. Like, that was now my fear. So I used that as another stepping stone to go out and let me seek information, right? So I'm in business, and now I know that there's this 800-pound gorilla that's on my back. I need to be able to go ahead and produce, right? So how do I produce? I got to get information. So I'll go out, I'm getting consultations, I'm getting coaching. I'm finding out, some bad things. I'm finding out some good things, and here's the thing. Some of the information that I found out, or some of the information that I paid for, especially in the very, very beginning of me trying to go out and try new things and try to find stuff from people who said that they were experts in the industry. Some of that information was no good at all, right? Like there is one person in particular. He, his thing was, get on the news. This was a marketing strategy. I will never ever forget that. His marketing strategy was get on the news, right? And I paid, I don't remember what it was at the time or right now, but I paid him. I paid him to tell me to get on the news. So this was information that just wasn't any good for me. It didn't help at all. But that didn't deter me, because even though I spent money on something that didn't help me, I still got all of these fears behind me. So I have to keep going. I have to keep pushing. So after coaching and consultations and hours and thousands of dollars worth of information that I had to pay for, I finally started to get the ball rolling, right? But it was all based on fear. It all came from fear, right? So now we're into, there's a new level of business. Like now my worries and my concerns and my fears aren't the same now that they were back then. Now there's a completely different goal, right? And I'm in a position where it's like I can comfortably reach for those goals. But here's the thing, like comfort is deadly. You don't want to ever be in a position where you're just comfortable, because comfort will lead you to laziness and then you'll start to fall back down to where you were. So you always got to keep moving, but the point is that fear is going to come in a lot of different ways. Use it more so to motivate you rather than to scare you. There's this crazy thing that I heard. I don't know how true this is, but they say that when a storm is coming, buffaloes, they'll run towards the storm, whereas cows will run from the storm. They're going to run towards the thing that's scaring them, right? They're going to attack it head on. It's just like in football, the person who's the most aggressive, the person who's running full speed, they're probably not going to get hurt. The likelihood of them getting hurt is a lot less than the person who's cowering back and scared and not going 100%. They're more likely going to get hurt. So I'll use like all of those different analogies to keep pushing me forward, keep pushing me towards my goal. And if you're brand new, if you're just getting started, or if you're you're not even started yet, I would tell you to get it. All really starts with your mind. Get your mindset right. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be things that you're going to come across that's going to push you, that's going to challenge you. I'm not going to lie and sit here and say, like, because my business is doing well now, that there was never times when I wanted to sell my business before. There's plenty of times where I wanted to just be done with the business because I wasn't getting the results as quick as I wanted. But there's this asset. I just can't let it just go away. So it's like, okay, I have to make adjustments. I have to pivot. I have to do audibles. I have to keep growing the company. And now we're in a position where we're good. But if you're just starting, or if you're just in business, or if you reached a point where you're stuck, you feel plateaued, like you use whatever is scaring you to motivate you to keep going forward. A lot of the time people have problems just getting clients or getting in the face of clients. Guys, we offer a 100% money back guarantee appointment setting service. If we do not get you an appointment set within 30 days, you get your money back. But it's 100% money back guarantee. So use that as a resource to grow your business. Use that as a stepping stone to grow your business. I still have consultations, and I'm saying I still have because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing consultations. I may take a 6-month break or a year-long break from doing those, but they're still available right now. The links are down below. You know what I mean? So go ahead and use your fear, use it to motivate you, use it to push you to get to the next step, right? Get to the next level. Because if you're just worried about your fears and you're scared, I will tell you this, most of the stuff that we're scared about in business, it never comes true. It never comes true. The only way that it will come true is if you are thinking about it to the point where it's almost obsessive, right? You're thinking about it over and over and every day, you're thinking about it. And here's the thing, like for me personally, I'm a firm believer that thoughts really do become things. I 100% believe that. Nobody could change my mind. If you're thinking about something over and over again, it will come true. So I believe that thoughts become things. So rather than think about the stuff that scares you, think about the things that that can motivate you. Use the fear as a motivation, right? And then think about what your life would be once you get to that point. Think about those things. Don't think about the stuff because fear is using fear negatively, all that's going to do is set you backwards. You're hustling backwards at that point. You know what I mean? So be mindful of those things. But guys, that's it for today's video. Like I say, I'm always dropping jewels, but you got to be in position to pick them up. You do that by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Once again, my name is Marcus Crockett. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.